Hey, happy Sunday, everybody. Mark again here, Weatherman Plus. I'm giving the latest update on what's going on around the corner. I'm still showing it is a very strange pattern. Matter of fact, it is just not normal. What is showing could form up in the near future, maybe even a strong hurricane as we're going through the middle of November. Normally we'd be talking about maybe a tropical storm as it goes out into this direction. But what we're seeing in the latest information is that all this is going to build up. All this tropical moisture is going to build up over here by the Yucatan, by the Central American Gyre, and it's going to start going to the west because we're going to get an upper level high that's going to come across, and this is going to steer everything to the west. But this upper level high is going to leave as soon as we go into the early 20s, and we got another chance for something to form. We got multiple chances for a system to form while we go through November. Plus, I'm still showing we have another chance or more while we go through December. And while we're going through that pattern, we have two cold blasts that's coming through for November. One that's coming all the way down towards the south central, towards the 15th. One that's coming all the way down towards the southeast and the south central towards the 20th. So we have two cold blasts coming. The second one's going to be colder and deeper than the first one. Today I'm going to talk to you about the two cold blasts we got coming through, the timing, and how deep these are potentially coming. Plus what's going on in the tropics. You do see that we have Rafael still going on. Matter of fact, it's going northwest at 5 miles per hour. And the census is that it's just going to keep on revolving around and go out through the southwest. Now, some of the guidance is showing it could still come off towards the north. Even showing with the Euro ensembles that it could, majority of them, start to head north. But we're talking about a remnant low. It would just bring some more rainfall. All the shear has worn this thing all the way down. Plus we have Invest 98L over here by the Caribbean now, going by the Bahamas. And this is starting to show that it's going to curve and get pushed out by the next front, the next trough that comes out. What's going to build up is all this over here. What we need to watch for is all of this over here that's going to start heading into this direction. Now you can see the latest update with National Hurricane Center. What I'm expecting to see is something like this coming out soon, showing that we got formation coming up in this direction, going to the north. I believe we will see that soon. Now, we have multiple pieces, like I said. Some's going to go into the Eastern Pacific, but the other ones are showing that they're going to develop right around the Western Caribbean and head to the north, then that northeast push. Still showing the latest on our potential velocity anomaly that we have favorable environment as we go all the way through the middle of November, all the way to the end of November. A little bit weaker on the second half, but I'm still showing that will be there. Then also showing as we go through the end of November and the beginning of December. It looks like everything is opening back up to me. And still showing it's about a 50-50 on whether this system forms and heads north and does some strengthening. You can see all the way until the 12th November for the next couple of days. And we still have a lot of strong lift, a lot of favorable environment in this region. But then it's going to change to where you still have it on the eastern side, a little more of the neutral right along the path that we're seeing that this could potentially go. Then we have the sinking air on the western side all the way to the 17th. Then it's going to start moving in a little more of unfavorable environment passing through. So it does have a certain amount of time to form up before it just won't be able to. So you can see this when you check the chance for a tropical cyclone. You have a very good chance, all the way up to a 60 and 70% chance for one to form right over here by Nicaragua and Honduras as you're going anywhere towards the 18th. But once you go past that, then it has a chance to come back because we're going to get more cold fronts, more troughs that's going to be pulling this out. It could be shearing it out as well, but that's the path it's going to go on. It has all the way to the 18th, and then it's going to potentially start turning back to the northeast. Showing in 72 hours, this is going to do that little spin away in the Gulf of Mexico while we have it potentially forming up over here by Jamaica. And as you go towards 5 days, you can see it bottles up right over here by Central American Gyre. And as you keep going, you can see it kind of stays there. It gets suppressed down by these fronts that we have. But once you go towards 9 and 10 days, then it's on its move back to the north. So we definitely need to watch it. Because you can see this when you look at your precipitable water. So regardless of what the remnants do of Rafael, if it does head north afterwards, it's just bringing a little bit of precipitation. As you can see, this tropical wave is getting pushed out through the east as well. But all this tropical moisture is just going to add up right over here by the Central American gyre. And this is right where we get that front coming through. So we have the first front coming through by the 15th. The trough could pull some remnants out as well, showing it would skirt right underneath it. So this right here, you know this front is coming because this would be a negative NAO right here doing this block. And you see how it just stays to the west of that. Now it starts to form up as we get close to the 20th. On the 20th, we have a deeper, stronger front coming through. So this northward path has a very limited window. Once it gets to the 20th, this right here, showing that it could head to the north and come to the east, potentially will not happen. And another one could be coming after that. Remember, we're going all the way to December potentially with this. Now, when we go to the latest update, the 6Z, it shows it still will be there, but it shows it that front comes right at the 20th. That's where I'm showing is deeper. And that would block it. That would put shear and dry air going into this direction as it's coming down and shear that system up. And it won't be able to do anything. But you see how it still tries to head north after that. Plus, we still have that next one coming after that. But you can see with the ensembles with the Euro showing that when it makes that southern path for Rafael, there's a few members that says it could skirt right back out to the northeast. But you notice after it goes back to that southwest in 72 hours, look at all these ensembles. Showing it's a remnant low, it's not a threat, but showing it will go back to the north and just bring y'all that tropical moisture. No big deal. But by then, we're going almost towards 5 days, and that tropical wave has moved over here by Central America, showing it could start building up in 5 days. And once you go on, you can see it gets suppressed by the front. But once you get towards 7 days, then it's on a move to the northeast or to the northwest. You see this? So here we are at 8 days right here. This is literally too far away already, but it's going into these two directions. So the trough could pull it out, or the trough could block it, and it goes to the west. And look at this. Possibilities of where this could go. And this is the Euro. Ocean temperatures, when you look at an ocean forecast system, you can see how it's got warmth over here by Nicaragua, Honduras. You got some red still over here, some darker orange in the Gulf of Mexico. And if you watch this, you'll see it all starts fading away just a little bit. Still very warm. That red is very warm, but it loses a little bit of the intensity, not much. And you lose a little bit of the orange in the Gulf of Mexico. Still very warm, still very much above average temperatures. And this is by the 16th. This is when this is going to start coming towards this direction. So here we are on this shot, your deep ocean heat. And you see latest update, there is still two strong pockets of deep ocean heat that it could tap into and start to strengthen up. So as it goes towards Central America, towards Nicaragua, Honduras, it could start getting itself together, a tropical depression, maybe even a tropical storm forming over here in 5 days. One of the hurricane models, matter of fact, sees that. Then as it gets blocked by that trough and goes to the west, it could strengthen up right here again in the Western Caribbean. And what I'm seeing in the possibilities is very disturbing, everyone. So let's take a look at the atmosphere and see what is going on. I'm going to go by the Euro first. It was accurate with the turn of Rafael. Then I'm going to go by the GFS, which has been very accurate all year long. Even saw Rafael before Euro, even though Euro's turn was correct. So when you look what's going on in that, this is 500 millibar vorticity. You can see everything with this. And you can see right here that this starts becoming that remnant low of Rafael going on that southwestern turn. And you can see this tropical wave starting to build up as well. Now you can see that it goes around that high pressure. Then it actually does come back, like the ensembles say, and show it comes back, getting pulled up by that trough and goes back across the lower 48. Now, it's not showing a lot of intensity. That right there is showing a little bit of rotation going on with the system still. So it'd be some kind of remnant low bringing you some rainfall after it goes back to the north. No big deal on that. While this forms up over here by Jamaica, could bring y'all some rainfall by Wednesday. Still showing we could have some storms building up for Wednesday and Thursday for the lower 48. That has gotten a little bit weaker. But you look where it builds up over here by Central America. So now you got the first front coming in for the 15th. And this is building up over here by Central America. Then we started getting this high pressure. We started getting this upper level high that forms. It is trending on all the model guidance. And you see how you get that negative tilt, that negative NAO from that front, from that trough. And look at it, blocks the first one, trying to form up. Then the upper level high comes up. So right by then you got the tropical storm forming, but then we got the upper level high that's going to swing everything clockwise to the west and bring that out according to the Euro. This is only the first piece. We have a lot of moisture building here, and I'm showing it's going to be the second piece that's going to come off and not the first one. So we could see an invest or even a tropical storm form here that's going to the eastern Pacific, but still a lot of tropical moisture, and right after that another one could head to the north. You can see this here while we have the hurricane panels, while we still have the invest and we have Rafael. So you can see Rafael, low pressure, not doing anything. And you can see how it could come out with the invest over to the east. But look how it shows it starts building up as you're going towards 4 to 5 days, already having it a tropical storm over here, most probably because of that deep ocean heat tapping into, and already a tropical storm in 5 days. Now, when you go by hurricane analysis forecast system B, it is showing a weaker system. So it's showing that something's going to try and form up, and this is the one that's going to get pulled into the eastern Pacific by the upper level high. It's going to be the second piece. So when you look with the GFS, you can see this on the 0Z run. This is over by 2 a.m. literally. And you can see this coming around the high pressure while you got that front coming through, potentially still holding on by the trough, not a cutoff low, swinging it out through the east-northeast. But you can also see the first piece. You can also see this first piece building up as you go 4 or 5 days, upper level high, swings that to the west. It's the second one that forms up, not the first one. So when you go by the latest update that just come out, the 6Z, showing still you're going to have that first one try and build up some kind of tropical system in 5 days. Then it's going to go to the west. But the moisture is going to sit there. You're going to get this upper level high elongated. And it's going to block and just sit there and eventually come right back to the north. Right around the 20th when we have that second cold front, the deeper cold front coming through. So here we are literally past 10 days. We're in La La Land, everybody. Nobody knows what this is going to do. But we're seeing the trend over and over in this direction. So let's pull out the ensembles. Let's see what is going on with other possibilities, not just the latest model run. So you can see all 30 members according to the GFS. And you can see as it builds up, showing literally as you go 5-6 days, there's a chance for something to build up down there. It's 50-50, maybe a little bit less of a chance. But look how you go through the coming days. There's a couple that says this could go out through the east, but the majority shows we could get something very strong building up. That right there is just plumb crazy. That shows a major hurricane forming up in the Gulf again. But look at the rest of these. Showing we have a good possibility for something to just sit there and add up and strengthen up and finally head north after you get that negative NAO of that block on the 20th. It moves over, allows this to head north, whatever strength it may be. Something weak, something strong. When you go by the Euro, let's go by the Euro. Euro actually has 50 members. And you can see some of the members show that first piece crashing in 5-6 days. But as you go on, some of them are showing it could be there and add up on that second piece, still showing something strong as well on this one. So there's still multiple areas where this could go, even come in late, just sit there and build and build. But there is a window where this could actually build up by Central America, start adding up, and maybe heading north. We need to watch out for this because this is just not normal to get a potential major hurricane going to the Gulf again as you're going towards the middle of November. Usually we're talking about tropical storms at this point. So I checked and see what the trend was on the NAA, the North Atlantic Oscillation, to get that negative block. And look at this, the Euro and GFS are in both agreement. Not only are we going to start getting that blocking pattern coming in from the 15th all the way through the 20th, agreeing it is going to be deeper and stronger as it comes in more and more towards the 20th. So this could be a good blocking pattern, and then let this system either come in or the trough shears some of it away. It is still very concerning. You can see it's still with the AO bringing a cold air, and the Euro has come down to the GFS. Only the Canadian is showing it's not going to be there. So we have the first cold front coming through around the 15th. The second one is coming through around the 20th, deeper and stronger. You can also see it here. So as you look with the euro, you have that cold front coming through, and you can see it is deeper and stronger as it goes from the 15th through the 20th. Then it's still going to retract back, and we're still going through a warm December from what I can see. And you look with the GFS, you can see the same thing from the 15th through the 20th, going deeper and stronger, and the warm up afterwards. Showing when it comes down for the 15th, it will bring somewhere around 50s to 40s all the way towards the south, all the way towards the west. Y'all going to stay in this cold period the whole time. This is chances for it coming down towards the southeast or the south central. It's going to stay on the northern tier of the lower 48 the whole time. You're going to stay cold the whole time, all the way from west, all the way for the northern tier through the east and the northeast. This is chances for it to come down towards the south. Now, when you go towards the 20th, it's going to be deeper and stronger. And remember, these are temperatures. These are not even the wind chills. The wind chills are going to bring it worse. So now, as you're talking about for the 20th, now it's coming even deeper. Now you're getting the 40s and the 30s coming through, even the 20s coming through. Now remember, this is not your wind chills. This is only your temperatures. Look at this, bringing the 20s, the teens, even single digits in the higher elevations. It's going to be a lot colder with your wind chills. All the way to the east, bringing these 40s all the way across central Florida, potentially in the 50s, and northern Florida being in the low 40s. Then once again, this is your temperatures. This is not your wind chills. Have a great Sunday, everybody. I'll see you again for tomorrow morning. Now, before I go, Psalm 70. Let's do some praise for our Father. He is so busy out there saving people and helping people, just constantly working. Amen. Make haste, O God, to deliver me. Make haste to help me, O Lord. Let them be ashamed and confounded that seek after my soul. Let them be turned backward and put to confusion that desire my hurt. Let them be turned back for reward of their shame that say, Aha, aha. Let all those that seek thee rejoice and be glad in thee. And let such as love thy salvation say continually, Let God be magnified. But I am poor and needy. Make haste unto me, O God. Thou art my help and my deliverer. O Lord, make no tarrying. Amen. Have a great evening, everyone. I will keep you updated. Make sure you click that bell. Remember, all glory does go to God, our Father in heaven, Yahweh. And I always hope he keeps you safe every single day of your life and forever. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Have a great day, everybody.